wrong. Hello. I am Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow.
I'm Chris, also co-founder, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow. I was photoshopping stuff and got distracted.
Squirrel.
Wasn't even paying attention to the time. Anyway, if you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for daily updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track. Thanks so much for joining us on our keto journey.
Did you see that Ask Nurse Cindy is here?
No?
She said, hey guys.
Hi, Cindy.
Okay, let's see. Let's say hi to the chat really quick. We got Virginia here.
Virginia.
And Shauna. Betsy's here also. So is LaShawn. Betsy's here. JC Bean is here from Idaho. Marie says, oh good, thought I missed the beginning. Nope, we did it on time today.
Hi Marie, how are you?
Keto Life Granny is here. Let's see. Betsy says, oh no, I was so hoping it would be 4.
4?
Anyway,
Instead of 5?
let's see.
7, 8, 9.
Betsy says, I'm having a hard time reading the tiny text.
Oh, sorry.
So I might fix my creamy too and listen. All right. Let's see. JJ is here. So is Janet. Says, I have a question. How many times in a day can you drink Keto Chow?
3 times a day?
Up to 3. However many works for you. But, oh my gosh, we're getting buffering. Hold on. Let me change the... it looks like it's working again, but...
Okay.
Oh, it is crashed. Okay, I think we're back. Anyway...
Maybe.
Wouldn't
be a live stream without technical difficulties.
It would not be a live stream without technical difficulties. It actually kind of hung for a second there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what we are answering Janet's question.
Okay.
How many times in a day can you drink Keto Chow? So up to 3.
Up to 3.
However many works for you.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie's here. Says,
Hi, Carrie.
I'm on my phone in bed.
And you're going to check in tomorrow so we can sing happy birthday to you, right?
That's right. JJ says, I put in an order today, getting the last few flavors I haven't tried yet, including root beer, chocolate mint, orange mango,
Yes.
apple pie, and beef soup base.
Yes.
Ice cream is coming in summer when I get a creamy.
That's so awesome,
Incidentally, there's a container with the beef soup base and some chile verde that you put green beans in.
I should have just put cucumbers in it so
you might as well have licked the container and said, this is mine.
If it was cucumbers, it would be worse.
Yeah.
There were like 5 green beans in the green bean container. And I'm like, I'm going to eat this. So I just put them in there.
Marie says, looking for a spoiler. What's the
dinner?
big bag in April surprise myCHOW box?
Oh,
I'm trying to remember what that is. There is an unboxing by... Two Crazy Ketos and by
April,
Serious
so
Keto.
It's fine.
Yeah. So there's several different. If you search for myCHOW unboxing on YouTube, you'll find them.
I remember.
Yep. Let's see. I don't remember what it is. JJ says my school is doing a 100-mile. Oh, it's salted caramel. Okay.
It's salted caramel.
Anyway, JJ says my school is doing a 100-mile challenge to raise money for St. Jude's. As of today,
that's
I've walked
great.
25 miles. That's 25 more miles than last month.
Yes.
Let's
so
see.
amazing.
JJ says he has this they add collagen peptides or isopure unflavored protein powder to my shakes to get more protein.
That's great.
Oh, and LaShauna points out that Keto Chow also has egg white protein powder.
Yes,
that you can add to the
we've
shakes.
been adding that too.
Debbie says hello. Janet says thanks for all the tips. It really helps. Stwong is here. Hi, Stwong. Janet says, yeah, I've tried it, and no, you can't taste it if you put a raw egg in. Let's see. There's Ask Nurse Cindy and Rick Wen. Leanne is here. So is Marie and Carla. Uncle Big Guy says good evening all. And have a night off and I'm able to listen in.
I'm so
well,
glad.
welcome.
Thanks for saying hello.
Let's see. People talking back and forth. Joe Ray says good evening.
Hi, Joe Ray.
I was just talking to Joe Ray on Watch Autumn Keto.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, we were. Richard was singing again.
Oh, that's
And I
nice.
said one of my favorite memories of Keto Palooza is Richard just murdering that
Yeah,
song.
he killed it.
He didn't care what the lyrics were. Anyway, Marie says here, but mostly listening due to still working. That's okay. Victoria says, good evening. Andrea's here.
Hey, Andrea.
Oh, yeah, and Joe Ray says, see you again soon, Chris. That's right.
Are you coming? You're coming, right?
Yeah, she's coming to the meetup too.
Yay!
And he says, "Hey,
Jay!
yo, everyone! I'm getting a little bit more excited about the low carb cruise."
Me too. I'm
Visual Keto says,
excited.
"Howdy, my friends." Yeah, and we were
Hello.
buffering. Kabul Bryce says, "Great evening, y'all. We're on our way to the airport hotel, flying out in the morning." Wow.
Yay!
That's one thing I really like about where we live, that we're very close to an international airport.
Yes.
To fly anywhere, we just have to drive 30 minutes.
Yeah, and they have really cool parking too.
Yep.
When I was a kid, there was just one parking garage and it was really hard to find a spot, but now
Well,
they have
that
this giant
was short-term parking. They still
field.
have that.
I know, but you can't park in it.
Well, not
They have
if
this
you're staying there.
giant
Yeah.
parking lot with all of these double letters, and they have a
And
shuttle, and it's cheap. I mean, relatively cheap.
Anyway, so I like that we don't have to stay somewhere before we fly out. We can just go to the airport and leave. They come, they eat, they leave. Well, this is hi from Texas. Max says, hello, hope you're all having a good evening. I wish it would stop snowing. It is.
It is snowing again.
It just
yeah.
started snowing here again.
I just walked to the neighbors and I put on a winter coat just so my hair wouldn't get wet.
Holly says, we are here. We just finished trying out scuba gear.
Oh, they're at the
Steve
scuba
wants
shop.
to have our own.
I know, I kind of want my own too.
I'm going to go several more times
Yeah.
before I buy my own. Okay, now, talking about the low carb cruise.
But they have a pink BC.
That's okay. Oh, and then it's going red. We're buffering again. I wonder if the kids are starting stuff
It's actually black with pink accents.
buffering. No one's going to hear what you're saying right now.
Well, I'm just saying it to myself then.
Okay. I wonder if... Hold on a second.
I wonder, as I wander all over the room.
Are you just going to sing weird stuff while...
I'm gonna sing weird stuff
Okay.
while you play something.
I'm quitting Photoshop because it was still running in the background.
Maybe that was
Okay,
Photoshop.
and we're back. Okay, so talking about the low carb cruise and scuba. I actually found what our scuba instructor said, hey, maybe you can find a place that will take your snorkeler snorkeling
Yes.
while you go scuba diving. And most of the places only charge like $10 to
For the
rent
rental?
a full set of scuba gear.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking the wetsuit and the tank and the BC and the fins and the
wetsuit?
mat. Yeah, the whole thing.
How do you even know what size you wear?
They just have a whole bunch of them and you just try them on before
How?
you get
They're
in.
supposed to be super tight. Like, isn't that like a workout just to get a wetsuit
Yeah.
on?
But anyway, so I don't see a reason to buy scuba gear yet.
Okay.
Anyway.
But if we buy it, I would like mine to be pink.
Okay. Brenda is having chocolate Keto Chow's ice cream tonight. Made chicken enchiladas with egg
Yes.
life wraps for dinner.
That sounds amazing.
Oh, Harry is having hip surgery.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Kim, for letting us
Yes.
know because we wanted to know about that. We will keep him in our thoughts and prayers.
Mandy says, I just ordered a starter kit. Cannot wait. I love to drink my meals. Christy's here. Says, hey, child hounds. Saving up for a creamy. I can't wait.
Yes, yes.
Linda says, I just made a list of flavors. Thinking of ordering some. Nice.
Chocolate peanut butter.
Miriam always recommends you start with...
The one that you think you'll like the least, and you might be surprised.
Yes. Linda says, hey, everyone.
Hi, Lynette.
Lori's here. Says, I'm always torn on Pacific time. Not awake for your morning lives, but Neha goes live at Switch Grocery on the same time as your Tuesday night. Trying to multi-listen.
Oh.
The reason why I'm working on Photoshop was because I just got an email from Neha.
Yeah.
So she should know. A wizard should know better.
I'm glad that you're watching her, though, because she's adorable.
Denise says, hey. JJ says, I still have my fill of snow since our week-long winter storm from February 2021. I can go there 10 years before I see snow again. Not used to that in Louisiana.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Liz says, when is the last we can order the surprise box?
The last day of the month.
Well, to get the April box,
Yes.
you have until the end of April.
April.
As soon as it is May, you'll now be getting the May box. And as soon as you order it, well, the following business day, typically, we ship it out. So it doesn't wait, it just...
It does its thing.
Visual Keto's here, having a lovely orange cream tonight after ground beef steak.
Nice.
Nice salted caramel, yum. Sky says, watched and rewatched you are making ice cream with the creamy. Finally got something with better consistency.
Nice.
But still icy and not creamy. What the heck am I doing wrong? I don't know.
I don't know. Are you using butter or heavy cream?
I've always had good results with either. But Jason Bean said, need chocolate peanut butter next month to go with the salted caramel. Then you can make Butterfinger.
Yeah.
Mimi is here. Kathy says, good evening all. Sarah Warren is here also.
Hi,
Hey,
Sarah.
Grandma Sarah. Lois is happy to say my husband has been keto for a week now. Thanks to your help.
Yes, I'm so happy. Tell him we're so proud of him.
Song says I put Keto Chow and electrolyte gummies into my Keto Chow creamy tonight as a mix. That's a good mix-in.
It's like gummy
I
bears
put
in the
Keto
ice
Chow
cream.
in my Keto Chow. Yo, dog, I heard you like cars. So we put a car in your car so you can drive while you drive.
car.
Kathy says, hey, all Lisa's here. Just had some
Hi,
key
Lisa.
lime for supper.
Oh,
so
that's
delicious.
so awesome. I've been craving key lime. I gotta get some.
Linda's here. Annie says, hi, everyone.
Hi, Annie.
Jory says to Joe Ray,
To Lynette.
says Lynette, have you been to R&R Barbecue looking for dinner places on Friday or Saturday?
Yeah.
R&R is a
R&R is
fantastic
yummy.
place. There are
And it's
multiple.
really close to the hotel.
It is very close. It's 2 blocks away. There are also a myriad of Brazilian barbecue
steakhouses.
places. Yeah.
There's one in the Gateway, which is also close by, and then there's one
relatively,
a couple of blocks
To the
down
east.
to the east.
Denise is eating ribeye while watching.
Delicious.
Gina says, good evening, everyone. I'm enjoying one Keto Chow shake with each dose of post-op meds. So far, so good. Thanks again. LaShawn says, I'm an hour from Sky Harbor. Huh. Well, this is like you. I love the Utah State Capitol and nature areas.
Nice.
Let's see. Mike is here. Sky says excited to see any of the live streams from Keto Salt Lake. Since I can't be there, but it looks like Las Vegas will fit in the travel plans.
That's
Woo-woo.
awesome.
Funny thing is, the only thing I've heard about Las Vegas is when it is.
Yeah.
Like last year, Robbie was calling like all the time. And we're buffering again.
Oh.
Buffering tonight. Yes, I'm buffering tonight.
I'm drinking a drink of water.
Okay, looks like it's going again. I wonder if the kids are just doing dumb stuff in the basement or
Doing
something.
dumb stuff.
Anyway, let's see.
tricky
Sean
deals.
says hi there, Chris and Miriam. Lynn says there's no snow in Texas. Let's see. Sky says no snow in Palm Springs either. No surprise, right?
Breeze is pretty.
Brent says, well, yeah, we can still hear you. And so I see on my end that it's buffering and that I'm seeing, 304 drop frames at this point. But I think there's enough of a delay that it skips, but then it sends all the data out as soon as it can. And as long as it sends that data before you guys catch up to it,
Then you might still see it.
then you won't see any buffering. So it just adds a delay.
I'm going to take
The
off
delay
my
fish.
shoes. Oh, yeah.
Reese's question,
So
can
nice.
collagen and or gelatin be used instead of butter to activate fat-soluble nutrients? So the problem with that is collagen and gelatin don't contain fat, they contain protein.
Yes, and they're fat soluble. So what we figured
yeah, they
is
wouldn't.
you want to use 10 grams, which is actually not
A minimum
very
of 10
much,
grams. Yeah.
of butter or heavy cream. You can use other fats. You can eat it with other things.
Make some
if
fat
you want
bombs.
to, or have some fish.
Throw
have
2
some-
eggs in there.
Have an egg, or two boiled eggs, or 2 fried eggs, or whatever.
Yep.
So just kind of, you can play with different options, because if you really don't want to have fat in the Keto Chow, then figure out a way to get it just at a similar time, right? So
Yeah.
like within the same meal.
Needs to be in your small intestine while it's being absorbed.
Yeah.
As long as they're both in there at the same time, you're just a dandy. MJ says, beautiful Miriam singing.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see, Brenda says, we can hear Miriam's beautiful voice. Visual Keto says, black with pink accents, right?
Right.
He says, I hear you, Miriam.
Thank you.
Suzanne says, I made an eggnog egg loaf for dinner tonight. Yummy.
That sounds
Nice.
amazing.
Let's see, Shauna says, 2 days, 20 hours till Keto Salt Lake. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I
We're
am
so
well
ready.
aware of it. Oh,
I realized we forgot to print 2 name badges.
whose? Okay.
Donald Vega's wife and kid.
No, we didn't forget. We didn't have their names.
Oh, but
so
I got them.
printed. extra attendee badges so we
But
can
I
handwrite
have their
them on there.
names so we can print them again.
No, because we're not going back to the office
Fine.
in a time. Anyway, I printed all the name badges today. Nancy says, good evening, Keto Chow. Let's see if Becca says FOMO Keto Salt Lake. Too Crazy
know,
Keto says,
Becca.
hello
I
from
missed you.
34,000 feet. Why are you on YouTube?
If I look out the window, will you be up my
I
head?
looked out the window and what did I see?
Don't
Lots of
forget
snow.
they're coming right back at me.
This guy says, I did start with the one I thought I wouldn't like. Indeed, I do not like it. Chocolate mint.
Well, aren't you glad?
Chocolate mint heated
'Cause
up is
then
amazing.
It's gone if you didn't like it. So then it's like, well, now I've tried it. I feel better that I tried it, and I could try something else.
Yeah, Wellman says it's cold and rainy here on the California-Oregon border. We had some hail to go stormy weather. Guess it will come east in a couple days for Keto Salt Lake. We're supposed to have a little bit of storminess tomorrow. And then
but
it's
supposed to shoot up like 20 degrees, so it should be like
Yeah.
in the 60s. But it, you know, even though it was snowing most of the day today, it wasn't that cold.
Okay.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, that looked awesome. I was opening up the settings
To play with it.
to
Play with
up
the computer.
the bit rate just
It's
a little
fine.
bit. Let's see. Oh, Linda has a question that we were going to answer.
Yes.
How
Linda.
long does shipping normally take
That is
to
a good
get
question.
to people?
So typically, since we've been doing free shipping, it seems like it's a
Free
little bit
ground shipping.
slower than it used to be, but it's within like 5 days. We typically will send out an order when it comes in that day. The problem
Unless
is
it's on a weekend.
if it's a Friday after like 2 o'clock, they won't go out until Monday. And then so the Saturday and Sunday ones sometimes get pushed back till Tuesday.
Yeah.
So then those could take up to 5 days. So if you ordered on Saturday or Sunday, you might not get it shipped out till Tuesday, and then it'll get there within probably 5 days, unless you're international, and then it's longer.
Yeah.
But pretty much it's like 5, maybe 6 days tops. If you're in like New York or Florida, anything that's far away, anywhere that's really close to Utah, California, Wyoming, Colorado, Idaho, Oregon, all of the areas right there is like 1 to 2 days.
Yeah.
It's pretty fast. So anywhere in the Midwest would be like 3 to 4. Something like that. Yeah. And we really take pride in the fact that our shippers are such good workers. They come in early and get as many orders as they can out. They work furiously until the post office comes, and then they take their lunch. So, I mean, they're committed. We work really hard, and we're really proud of them. They really care about making sure the orders are all correct and that they're all shipped out that day. So,
Yeah.
there's that.
There
That
you
was
go.
a good answer.
Yeah. Oh, then he says Harry already had the surgery.
Oh,
he had
good.
issues and had to be transported from the surgery center to a hospital.
Oh no!
Wow.
Oh my gosh!
This guy says, yeah, using butter, 3 tablespoons. Okay. Well, we did buffer a little bit while Miriam was talking, but
Sorry.
I might have found
That
the problem.
happens to me when I talk sometimes.
Janice says, pina colada, yuck, didn't think I like that. Haven't tried, so not talking about keto. Okay. Keto Chows. Anyway, JC Bean says, can someone remind me what makes Snickers?
Oh, Snickers is salted caramel and chocolate toffee?
Yep. No,
No. Chocolate peanut butter and salted caramel. I'm sorry, I got mixed up.
That's okay. Loving on Keto says, wow, in the hospital, had my hip replacement. That's Harry this morning and enjoying the show. Welcome, Harry. I hope you get better real soon.
You are in our thoughts and prayers. Thank
Yep.
you for letting us know.
Turns
how you're
out
doing.
that we are broadcasting Keto Salt Lake just for Harry.
Yeah, we are.
So make sure you watch
You
it.
know what? We would do anything for Harry.
Michael says, good evening. Just received my surprise box and a vacuum flask and 2 more shaker bottles. I noticed the surprise boxes are folded inside out. Yes, we had a whole bunch of the Chow Club boxes printed. Well, we're not going to throw them away. So yeah, we just fold them inside
Still
out.
looks cute.
Too Crazy Keto says we're about an hour and 20 minutes away. Okay, as soon as this live stream is done, I'm going to go turn up the heat in the trailer so that it's nice and warm. Because I set it for 55 when I left this morning.
We should make some brownies or something.
No. Should make some meat cookies. I made some of those yesterday.
Okay.
Wellman says I had
about
delicious
some
hamburger
bacon?
salad for dinner. So good.
Yes.
Let's see. Lisa says, can't wait to see everyone on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yes, Lisa. Oh, Lisa, will you come early and help me, by the way? I meant to text you today and forgot.
So Nancy says, is Keto Chow considered protein sparing or just keto? So to do a protein sparing modified fast, you need to really lower the amount of fat that you're having in a day, down to about 30 grams or fewer. And that, well, the 30 grams is about what you need in order to absorb the vitamins, the fat soluble vitamins in the food that you're eating. You can put only 10 grams of fat into Keto Chow, and it would fit into a protein sparing modified fast. Now, Maria Emmerich says that when you're doing protein sparing modified fast, she does not recommend that you have any dairy whatsoever
She says
of any
it
kind.
has to be dairy free.
So she's kind of the expert. I've noticed, and Wendy has also noticed, really good results regardless of whether it has dairy or not. But if you want to stick to what Maria says, dairy-free would probably be the better way to do it, which most of the flavors of Keto Chow do have dairy protein in it. So that's kind of up to you. But for the most part, it's designed for a ketogenic diet, but it also works for a bunch of other things, depending on how much fat you put in it.
Yep.
We know a lot of kids who aren't doing keto that use it to get lots of good protein and vitamins and minerals. So
Did somebody just
you
say
go.
mom?
I don't know. Matreya says, oh, I see you said 3 now. I thought it said 2. Okay.
How are you, Matreya?
Oh, and Betsy says 3 Musketeers is salted caramel and chocolate.
Oh, right. That sounds
I don't know.
good.
I think it's probably
Or
salted.
s'mores.
Yeah, throw some s'mores in there too. Ooh. Wellness says, hope you all have a fun get-together this weekend. We will. Mandatory
Yes,
fun.
I wish you could be here.
Denise says, just got off work. Gonna have a chocolate toffee. First time trying it. Oh, nice.
Yes.
Jodelle says, hey guys, my husband has been on Keto Chow with me and lost 30 pounds.
Jodelle,
Wow.
I'm so happy. Thank you
He
for
says,
sharing
my
that
best
with
memory
us.
of Vegas is marrying the warden.
Oh,
Lori says, my creamy just arrived, mix up 7 different Keto Chows. Tomorrow can't come soon enough. Now, we have noticed if you don't let them fully freeze, you're going to get some, well, it'll make it kind of into a milkshake. So,
yeah. So if you freeze them today, you might want to wait till the next day, not tomorrow, to have them. That's at least in our own experience. Speaking of creamies, Joe, Rachel, do you guys want a creamy when you get here? I have a couple made up. They have 33 grams of butter, just so you know.
33 grams of butter? Okay. I'm going to lower the bit rate again because it still continues to have problems.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
Sky says, kids doing dumb stuff in the basement. Nah, it couldn't be.
No.
There's
There's 3 kids here. Oh, that's half the family. Weird.
Is Kate still here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nancy says, there's snow in San Jacinto above Palm Springs. Let's see. Living Kio says, you guys are doing pretty good. Had to be put in the hospital because I had some problems. Wendy will tell it all later. Okay.
Oh.
I hope you get better soon. Brenda says,
Yeah.
a few hours ago, Wendy said they had a chance for, Harry's to the hospital. Okay. Let's see. Someone somewhere says, I'm new to Keto Chow. I'm wondering if I can use grapeseed oil. If yes, how can you make it?
That's a
How
great
much will you-
question.
That's a really good question.
Chris has used grapeseed oil.
I did.
And let me just tell you
Yes.
this, okay? When he went keto, he got rid of his plantar fasciitis.
I wasn't expecting that to go away.
Uric acid buildup in
No, that's
gout.
gout. Yeah.
Sorry, I
Plantar
thought it was the
fasciitis is
same
just
thing.
inflammation of the tendon, but that's okay.
I don't know anything apparently.
Anyway, it's inflammation. Keep going.
It's fine. You do it. You
I'm
say it.
drinking water.
I was wrong. Anyway,
Steve had gout and it
His-
went away.
foot was hurting all the flipping day long. And
I'd
he
wake up in the
would
morning and
whine
I
about
couldn't
it
walk.
at night. I mean, he was in pain and it was unfortunate. So he went on keto and stopped complaining, and then he realized it was gone.
It went away.
When he did grapeseed oil with Keto Chow, within 3 days of doing it for a whole week, he had his plantar fasciitis back. And it didn't. And even though he only did grapeseed oil for, was it 1 week or 2 weeks?
For that particular thing, I just did it for 1 week.
Yeah. So it was 1 week of grapeseed oil. That's an inflammatory oil, right?
It does cause a lot of inflammation.
We think that's why he
My
got
ketones
off the
were still
grapeseed
really
oil
high.
and still did Keto Chow, but with different oils, it still took like a month for the plantar fasciitis to go away, like that buildup of the oil that inflamed.
So to answer your question, you can use grapeseed oil. You can also use soybean oil and canola oil. I would not recommend you use those oils, but you can. It's actually better to use something like avocado oil, melted coconut oil, butter that's melted, or heavy cream. Butter and heavy cream actually gave me the best results on my blood tests. As far as how much you use, that really depends on your personal needs. If you use a 1/4 cup of oil, you're going to be, along with Keto Chow, you'll be getting about 530 calories per meal. Use less for fewer calories, more for more calories. It's really flexible however you want to do it. There is a calculator on our website that can help you figure out how much of different fats you would want to use. So that's a really good question. That's actually the first time anyone's ever asked if they can use grapeseed oil.
Yeah.
So it's not a very common oil. Jory says, were people talking about karaoke Keto Salt Lake? People were asking if it was going to be there, and I said, I am not setting up karaoke.
Nope.
I'm just going to be happy if the live stream goes off according to plan. So
I can tell you the speakers are going to be there, and they're amazing.
Yeah.
And they're going to be able to wander around and just chat with people, so it's going to be a great time.
Linda says,
Great
is
time for
Keto Conference, I'm assuming you mean Keto Salt Lake Conference, going to be broadcast? It is. We're going to be broadcasting it live.
On the Keto Chow channel.
On the Keto Chow YouTube channel, also on the Keto Chow Facebook page.
Because Keto Salt Lake doesn't have a YouTube channel.
Yeah. And you don't have to register or anything. It's just going up for free. Because by doing it that way, no one can reasonably expect it to go perfectly. And if it goes bad, I don't have to refund anybody, and nobody can be mad at me. They just get disappointed, but there's less stress. And then I just take the recordings and put them up later. So it will be recorded, and it's just, yeah.
It probably will work.
Yeah. So, and if to get the links and everything, if you just go to ketosaltlake.com, you'll find it. Cynthia says, have you ever put some banana Keto Chow in the chocolate peanut butter, mix the two together?
Or banana
Absolutely.
flavoring. We have some banana like emulsion drops and stuff like that too, and those are great.
Yep. That works extremely well.
So last night, or 2 nights ago, what day is it? Okay, Sunday night, Audrey and I stayed up late and made little cute popsicles. I guess they were like, we put in an ice cube tray and we put toothpicks in it, but it was Keto Chow in a popsicle. It was Keto Chow with a little bit of allulose and heavy cream, but no water. And we just put those in the little ice cubes, and we put a little strawberry on there and mixed some strawberry and chocolate together in layers. And we had those at work today. We had a little farewell lunch for Audrey because she's leaving to go to college.
Going back to college.
Again. What the heck? Why does she have to adult all the time?
So putting banana and chocolate peanut butter works really
Yeah, that'd be
good.
really yummy too.
Okay.
But the banana or the chocolate and strawberry was really good too.
JJ says I don't like eggnog, so I tried that first and I actually liked it.
Yes.
Let's see. Mary is going up to bed. Bye,
Good night,
Mary.
I thought you were crying because Mary was leaving.
I was burping at the same time.
Where are you going to bed?
Linda says, shipping to Texas? We ship to Texas all the time.
Yeah, we do.
We ship more to Texas and California than any other states.
And we actually ship a lot to New York.
Yeah, strangely enough. Amy says, it's so fast, within 5 days. Let's see. Linda says, Donald Vega is going to be to the Keto Convention. Yes.
He's
we'll see
already
him.
here. In
Yeah,
fact,
he's
he
been in
sent
Utah
me
for
a
like a
picture
week.
of his son making a snowman. I was so
Oh, good.
excited. He was so happy to see the snow.
But
I
we
don't
will
think
tell
he's
him
ever
hi
seen
for
snow
you.
before. Yeah, we will.
LaShawn says, yeah, I do banana chocolate peanut butter all the time. Nice. Let's see. Amy says, what are you making for your Easter dinner?
Oh, ham.
My parents brought over a bunch of ham.
We're at least having 2 hams. I think it's hard because we're doing it with Chris's family, and the majority of them are not keto.
Nope.
There was a time when half of them were keto, and so we actually had a pretty good dinner. So I'm
They had
a little
pretty good keto spread.
I'm a little stressed about it. Honestly, just because I'm hosting and we're doing the conference, and so I'm almost not even
We're
thinking
doing the
about
conference
it
first, and then
until
the next
Saturday
day.
night.
Yeah, it's going to be
So,
best effort for.
yeah.
I'm really gonna low key it.
I'm trying to decide if I want Chris to make a turkey.
We wouldn't have time to make a turkey.
I know, but turkey's so
Like,
good.
we have 2 hams, and I have 3 dozen eggs in the outside fridge. You can just make a lot of deviled eggs.
We'll do deviled eggs. We'll do ham. Somebody's going to do cheesy potatoes, which means we'll probably do like a cheesy cauliflower.
Or you can just eat a whole bunch of ham.
I know, but I want to have some side dishes too. So we'll
Why?
probably make a salad.
Why? I never got the point of side
some
dishes.
side dishes too. I don't need rolls. Like I haven't needed rolls in years. But
There's a reason I made Keto Chow. I'm very lazy. I am so happy with, like, last night for dinner, you know what I prepared? And then Miriam, well, I forgot to communicate to Miriam.
yeah, so
But-
I prepared dinner and you prepared
Yeah,
dinner.
so my idea was we're going to have hamburger patties and shrimp.
Well, I talked to Ruth about shrimp. She said, I said, what do you want for dinner? She said, shrimp. I said, great, find some.
She says, it's in the sink already.
So it was in the sink, and I did see it. I'm like, okay, shrimp. Well, we need more than shrimp because Ruth is not the only one who's eating
my
today.
gosh. Oh, so you pulled out a bunch of
So
leftovers.
I pulled out leftovers and heated them up. I put some tortillas on the table, some stuff to go with the leftovers was like
Yeah.
eggs and bacon and other stuff.
I'm real simple.
And so then I went and told him dinner's ready because he was practicing. I mean, Ruth
and
was
I-
practicing parallel parking because she
Yes.
had her test today. And
Which she
2
passed.
nights in a row, she needed to practice head checks and parallel parking. So 2 nights in a row, they practiced outside in front of our house with 3 cars. And she just kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And so I went out and told him dinner's ready. He's like, did you flip the hamburgers? And I'm like, no, I made dinner. It's like,
Well, I was about to go flip the
I
hamburgers.
put hamburgers in the smoker and I'm like, nobody told me.
Jeremy's here. This is good evening.
Yeah. So we'll be lucky if we have Easter dinner. We're having a conference for
Yes.
Easter dinner.
John says, well, there might be some leftovers
Maybe.
from the conference.
But we're not feeding your family leftovers. We're just going to eat that for breakfast.
No, there's going to be a lot of side dishes because you wanted side dishes, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, Shauna says I made a raspberry cheesecake chaffle last night, and I had it with peanut butter and bacon.
Oh,
It
that
was yummy.
sounds awesome.
Rita's here. Leanne says, being British, I love my cup of tea. I just had it in Flavor College, and I'm perfect. Blue Basin
Leanne,
is
I didn't
here.
know you were British. How cool.
You don't even sound British when I read your...
I didn't even know.
Like, since 2 days of Las Vegas used to be 1 day pre-pandemic.
Ah, yes.
Livian Keto says, Wendy's been bringing me Keto Chow to drink. I can't tell you how good it tastes right now. That's what made me think about the live stream. That's awesome.
I'm so glad you have something delicious.
We like to
I hope you're not miserable, Harry.
fill your evening with fun and
Deliciousness.
stuff. Let's see. Oh, Sky says people, Von Safeway is putting ribeye roast on sale. At
Oh,
$5.88 a pound.
wow. That's awesome.
Let's see. JJ says, speaking of shippers, my order I placed today accidentally had pickup on it, and they contacted me to double check.
What?
Nope, send the box to Louisiana. Let's see. When this is, I'm probably 18 hours away. Thanks for broadcasting. Sky's having cheeseburger pie for dinner. That sounds delicious. Kimberly says, made it.
good.
Good evening. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Kimberly.
Let's see. People talking back and forth. We're really far behind on comments. by the
That's
way.
okay.
Kimberly says, thank you. Radical Geek says, ooh, s'mores. Sky says, lots of us wish we could be there.
Come in and tell us your news, Ruth. You can also put that away.
Lisa says, tell me if I should go on the keto cruise. Last day is Saturday to sign up, and I'm trying to decide on the yes line.
I think yes.
Now, just to be clear, it's not an entire cruise of people doing keto.
It just has a bunch of keto people on it.
It's a keto
Just a regular cruise.
adjacent cruise. Yeah, there's a group of a fairly large contingent of people who are learning about low carb stuff. And during the sea days, when you're not going into port, they have a conference going on.
Yeah, the lady.
There's Ruth. Tell them your news, Ruth.
I got my driver's license.
Well, you passed your
You passed
test.
your driver's
We have to go
test.
on Monday to get the driver's license.
Yay!
Oh, Sky says, I wonder if my freezer is too cold. I have a
Thanks, honey.
Sub-Zero unit. I doubt it, because we have a really cold one as well. The creamy should still work. You probably, here's the thing, Sky. When I do one, I hit the light ice cream, and then I open it, close it again, hit light ice cream, open it, close it, and hit respin. And you just keep hitting respin until it's creamy like you want it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just all powdery. He says, we're rather bummed we can't make it to Keto Salt Lake, but in honor of you all folks, preaching about the Utah burger, I'll be making a copycat version for the Friday night feast.
That's a great idea. And I'm sure that your Euro meat will be better because the ones that they have probably has flour
It
in
might, I don't know. Jazuma says, really enjoying chocolate and chocolate milk combo. It's a more subtle mint flavor.
Nice.
LaShawn says, a lady in the group, I'm in tried to lie and said y'all were using Dr. Barry's picture on your products. When he didn't approve of your products, I shut her down for the videos of you and Dr. Barry. She deleted. Yeah, he actually approached us about doing that.
Yeah.
That was his idea. And we said, sure, we can do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
That's funny though.
Yeah, well, and I think it's hard because with Maria Emmerich and Dr. Barry and Megan Ramos, they said like all of those people have said, we don't, endorse products unless we really like them. And Megan Ramos said, I want you to make this, but it's not my thing at all. Like, it's your thing, and we'll just tell everybody we like it, and that has been great.
Heath is using giant Keto Chow drop biscuits for the hamburger buns.
Oh, that sounds
For his
amazing.
Copcat ones. Let's see. Linda says, what about non-dairy milk instead of full fat? And what about unsalted butter? So the problem with non-dairy milk is it's going to be a lot higher in carbohydrates.
Yeah, because milk has more sugar in it than the heavy creams.
And non-dairy milk is just going to be... Now, if you're talking about using it for PSMF, my recommendation would just be to use, salted or unsalted butter would actually be the easiest. Or use some eggs.
Yep. And if you're talking about like using almond milk instead of water, you can totally do that. Lots of people do that instead of the water. But if you want to still have a little bit of fat, and the almond milk will not have enough fat in it.
Well, this says, yippee, I will be like Keto Link. Boo, I hope it works. Okay. Jerry says, I tried the Fruit Loops combo, strawberry, lemon, meringue, orange cream.
Nice.
It was good, but the orange was more overpowering. Any recommendations on a ratio? Oh, I don't know, because the orange is pretty subtle.
I kind of like it.
I don't know.
I like the orange.
Someone somewhere says, thank you so much. I think I'll try coconut oil instead.
Oh, that's a good idea.
What about ketosis? I've heard that keto will... So ketosis means that you are eating a low enough amount of carbohydrates that your body is able to go back to a natural state of producing ketones and not just burning glucose all the time. So, and that's ketogenesis is making it. Ketosis is using it.
Yeah.
And so Keto Chow doesn't force you unnaturally into ketosis, but it does work for a ketogenic lifestyle where your body is producing your ketones. You're making ketones yourself. There are products that have lab-made ketones in them, which force you into an unnatural state of ketosis. The problem is our bodies are not designed to have high glucose and high ketones. Plus, there's a lot of problems with lab-made ketones that I really won't get into, but unless you are treating a neurological condition, they're generally not a good idea. So we just prefer to let your body make it. It's also cheaper to do it that way. So being in ketosis can take as few as 24 hours. You just need to get all of the glucose out of your system. So, and then from there you become keto adapted, and then from there, which
would be fat adapted.
And then fat adapted takes up to 6 months. But this live stream probably isn't the best place to answer that question.
We can give you a quick nutshell version, right? So once you have used your ketones that you're making, right? And so you're taking fat into through your mouth, and that's the fat that you're burning. But you've got to switch over from taking the fat into your mouth to using the fat that's right here. And it just takes a while for your body to get used to doing that. So that's called fat adaptation.
Yep.
Right?
Teresa says, I won't be able to make it to the Keto Salt Lake Conference due to
sad.
family illness. Looking forward to the live streams. Whatever I can get, I'll be grateful. And Becca wants to know, is the whole thing live streamed or just selected talks? The plan is the whole thing is going to be live streamed live.
If it works.
Real time. Assuming that it works. We'll see. Rick Wentz says, not keto, but do you drink liquor like vodka or whiskey? You can. And a lot of non-keto people put a small amount in their ice cream to prevent iciness.
Oh, I've heard that too.
If you want to prevent iciness, I would recommend Tara gum, T-A-R-A gum. I think it'll do a better job. I personally do not drink vodka or whiskey, and a lot of people recommend not doing that on a ketogenic diet because it does interfere with some of your goals. Did you see Steve with Serious Keto just posted his 100 days of not drinking?
No, I need to look
really
at
good
that.
stuff. He lost 7 pounds, and the only thing he changed was he's not drinking alcohol anymore.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Sky says emulsion flavors. Which brand do you like? I have OO, Loran, and Olive Nation.
Yes,
those are the best for emulsion flavors. The OOO and Loran are more of flavor extracts.
The banana one that we do have is Olive Nation brand.
Yep.
So we only have those.
Well, it says those little Q popsicles that Audrey and you made were awesome.
They were good, huh?
And Bob has a question. Says, will Keto Salt Lake Conference be available, on YouTube after the fact, or do I have to watch it live? You can watch it live, and the entire thing, as it was broadcast, it's actually in 4 parts. There's a Friday morning, Friday afternoon, Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. If you go too long, YouTube gets really weird. So all 4 of those will be there as they were broadcast. In addition to that, I'm going to cut them up into individual ones.
Yeah, when he gets to it next week sometime.
Degrees Akio says, okay, say what you want about Apple products, but these new M1s are super efficient. I edited 3 videos, rendered them, watched videos, and did a bunch more work. After 7 hours, battery is still at 85%.
Wow, that's so cool.
Are you not on a plane that has a plug on it? Most of the Delta flights that go between...
they have a plug, but they don't actually give you a lot of juice.
No, they have a AC power outlet. You just have to plug your wall wart into it.
Oh, I don't have a wall wart?
Yeah, whoa, okay.
Wall wart?
Two Crazy Kids says, where are you? So you just get some Utah burgers on Saturday night and we'll eat leftovers for Easter. Oh, this is make mashed cauliflower, Easter eggs, keto cookies, and veggies. Suzanne says, a Utah burger is a local favorite that has 1 hamburger, cheese, bacon, pastrami, and sliced lamb. I eat in a bowl instead of on lettuce.
Yeah, I haven't done that, but that sounds amazing. I've just had it in lettuce.
Yep. Shauna says, will any of your kids be at the meetup on Thursday? I'm not sure which ones will be
Kate
there.
says she wants to come. Ruth will probably come. I don't know about the boys. I'm thinking about trying to talk Sam into coming to Keto Salt Lake because he is a good little salesman.
Okay. Well, this is making deviled eggs for Easter. Family loves it. Bought 2 little hams as well.
That's nice. Yeah.
Nice. Let's see. JC Bean says, I may make a banana keto chow and add peanut butter powder for the mother-in-law. She can add her own mayo for fat if she wants an Elvis Presley.
Oh, nice.
Elvis Presley. This is I'm dual, moved here at 7 years old, but my family is still here. We go home to visit. My mom reared me English.
Oh, cute.
That's so funny. Everyone's saying hi to Ruth. Wow, it keeps on buffering still.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that you guys aren't seeing the effects of the buffering.
Frame.
And if
you are,
the buffering that happened earlier kicked you back a little bit.
Yeah.
And so you don't notice.
If you are, I just hope you're seeing really funny faces and having a good giggle because that's what I like to see.
Like that, yeah. Everyone's saying congratulations to Ruth. Andrew says, Ruth is your twin,
She
Miriam.
is. She's my mini-me.
Suzanne says, oh no, another young driver on the roads in Utah. But here's the thing. We were actually talking about this today. Utah has a graduated driver's license program.
It's really
where
cool.
in order to get, so you have to have a learner's permit for at least 6 months. You also have to have
15.
Yeah. And you have to have 40 hours of driving, 10 of which are at night.
Are you sure it's 40? I thought it was 60.
No, it's 40. I just reviewed the requirements today.
Well, that's fine. You did it, so I don't care.
Anyway, and after they get their actual driver's license, they are not permitted to have anyone who is not
A family member.
like brother, sister, parent in the car for 6 months.
6 months. No dates, no friends, no having fun.
Kirsten was saying that when she grew up in Indiana, I think it was, you can have one other person in the car until you're 18.
Wow.
So I was like, whoa, okay.
That's crazy.
Sky says, Chris, I did those exact things and it looked creamy nut powder, but when it was like chewing, it was sand. It was so icy.
Oh.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah, respin it again.
Yeah, or twice. Luke is here. Luke, I want to know what you think about the Anchor Make, the new 3D Anchor printer that is on Kickstarter right now. Tell me what you think about it. Linus Tech Tips just did an unboxing about it. Let's see. Too Crazy Keto says, have to say it before I see Miriam. Can we please have peanut butter and jelly?
What?
Joe! That was a joke.
Over. It's over.
When this says, I was thinking about 30 cal almond milk, then add some butter. You know what? That actually might work really well.
I think that would be great.
Yeah. If I use heavy cream, it was too thick. The easiest way to make it thinner is just add more liquid.
Water too.
Yeah. Uncle Big Guy says, great job on the driver's license. As when I got mine, family said, don't walk on the sidewalks. Yeah.
Yep. So Max, who is the same age as Ruth, does not have his driver's license. He still has to do
He has to do a whole bunch
tests.
of, yeah.
They're like
driving
ranges and roads, and then he'll have to test.
Margaret says, just out of curiosity, what about using bacon grease for a fat in chocolate Keto Chow? I tried it and I didn't, the bacon flavor was pretty overpowering. That said, I do know a couple of people who disagree with me and say, oh, absolutely, bacon grease works well. So, to each their own. But it does work.
Bacon
you just have to
grease is
melt
good.
it and use very warm water and completely mix it up
Yeah, it has
before
to be
you're letting
mixed
it
up
cool.
really good before it cools down.
Rhiannon says, I'm seeing Dr. Rigby tomorrow, filling out the paperwork. Nice. Someone somewhere says, thanks, you're being very helpful. I don't know how. So does that mean that I have to wait 6 months before I'll see the weight loss? No.
No, not necessarily. And the thing is, it's variable. Like, it could take up to 6 months, but it could take only a month. Or it could take 3 weeks, or it could take 4 months. It
Also depends on if you're a dude or a lady.
Yes, and it depends on how metabolically flexible you already are. So that will make a big difference.
Jessica's good evening from home, temporarily Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oh, I'm glad you're home for a minute.
Rick says, I don't drink either, but I was thinking of things that Sky could try. That's
yes.
Let's see. Too Crazy Keto says the problem with alcohol and keto, even zero carb alcohol, is you will pause weight loss every time you have a drink for several hours to several days.
Yes, and there's one
true.
of Maria Emmerich's talks that is one of my favorites. Is her oxidative priorities. So if you want to Google that, Maria Emmerich oxidative
What order
priority.
you use fuels?
The order is alcohol.
Yep.
You're going to burn that before you burn anything else. So if you're trying to burn fat on your body, it's the last thing you're going to burn, right?
And it basically is in order of toxicity.
Yeah,
alcohol
because
is
alcohol
most
is a
toxic.
poison, right?
Yep.
And then ketones.
Yeah, which is kind of strange.
Exogenous ketones,
You
or
will
the
burn those
ketones
first.
that you're using in your body. Anything that you put in that's a ketone. Then glucose.
Then glucose, yep.
Then protein.
Yep.
Last, fat. And if you want to burn fat, you have to get all of those things lower so you can burn the fat. So if you're drinking alcohol, it's just going to make you stall. So that's the choice you have to make.
Yep. JJ says I lost 40 pounds in 3.5 months.
Oh my gosh, that's so
awesome.
much.
Yep. Leanne says I was told not to use USB ports on airports as people have loaded virus into them. Use the AC only. I've never seen that actually happen, but I do know that it is a possibility. The way to get around that would be to use a cord that doesn't have the data connections, the data wires hooked up.
Oh.
That they just have the power hooked up.
Okay.
But if you use an AC adapter, then you can always be sure.
I'll
But
just charge my computer and then hand it to you. If there's a problem, and you'll fix it, right?
Oh, Too Crazy Keto says there's no buffering and I'm on an airplane and Wi-Fi.
That's cool.
And in Florida, you have to wait a year from permit to license. Wow.
Wow.
Maria says, thank you for posting Keto Salt Lake for all those that can't be there.
Yeah, I wish you could be there.
This guy says, for the first time in 10 years, I actually have to go to the DMV and do the written and eye test.
Oh,
Darn it, 70th birthday. JC Bean says, Idaho driver's licenses are the same. Wheel time mandatory and the age limits for passengers as well.
Yeah, I think it's so smart because when I got my license, it was just like, here you go. And I'm all right, I'm going to try not to kill anyone.
Say goodnight to Harry. Pills are kicking in. Eyes won't stay open.
Good night.
Bye, Harry.
Love you.
Good night, Harry. Good night, Harry.
Good night, Harry.
We're going to leave you now. Bum, bum, bum. Cat Claus says, you know sign language? Nope. Ruth does.
Yeah.
Someone somewhere says, so many questions. That's okay. We're starting Keto Chow. How many shakes should I have per day?
1, 2, or 3.
Up to 3, as many as work for you.
You can do it for breakfast. You could do it for lunch. You could do it for dinner. You could do it for all 3 or just one of those.
Yep. Joe points out there's actually a 6th step in oxidative priority, and that's protein for energy.
Okay.
If you were to run out of fat, then you could then burn protein for energy. That's true. Weathers Wendy says, I posted a recipe the other day that was so good, Mississippi beef stew in my Instant Pot using beef Keto Chow. It's easy as well.
Nice. Thank you for sharing that.
Let's see. Denise says lower protein before fat burning. I'm not sure what you mean by that. A lot of times people have a mistaken notion that if they eat too much protein, that it's going to like turn into cake, for lack of a better way to describe it. Don't fear protein. The number one problem that you likely will have with protein is not getting enough. So, now we talked a little bit about this already, but there's been a lot of talk on the Facebook support group about powdered butter and powdered fats in general. Let's talk about that for a little bit, Miriam. Do you want to take it over?
I just put a piece of ice in my mouth.
Okay, sorry. So the thing to understand, the number one thing to understand about powdered fats is they will have more carbs than the same amount of calories from a liquid fat, like just regular butter. With butter in particular, it's 12 times more carbohydrates than just using regular butter. The problem is when you look at the package, the serving size is so small that it gets rounded down to 0 carbs. Whereas in actuality, it's like 12 carbs for, say, 400 calories worth of stuff. Or was it 1,500? We have a page about it.
Pull that up.
Yeah, let me make this
I'll chew up my ice cube and be done.
So if I search for Keto Chow powdered fats, there it is. Look, you guys got to see stuff about our network.
Boring.
Powdered fats with Keto Chow and rounding on nutrition labels. And there's actually a video that we have from about a year ago.
Wow.
Where we talk
about yesterday.
Yeah, we go into rather extensive detail about powdered fats. So there's powdered cream, there's powdered butter, there's powdered cream cheese.
Oh, cream cheese.
And a couple other things. But yeah, so butter powder, 16 grams if you wanted a day's worth of calories. Whereas for butter, 0.126. Like,
so butter is winning.
yeah. So you can use powdered fats.
Yep. And it's a good thing to keep in your like emergency preparedness supplies.
Yeah, like I don't know if the power went out
like
last night and you didn't have a refrigeration.
I didn't have any butter, I would be sad.
Yeah. So powdered fats can be a useful tool in your arsenal.
Yep.
Just like people say, I'm a useful tool.
In my arsenal.
What the heck? Hey, stop messing around with my microphone. I think
Sorry.
we're buffering really bad.
Sorry.
So yeah, just be aware that with that powdered butter can be problematic if you're trying to keep down the number of carbohydrates. So, someone wanted to know, is Keto Chow gluten-free?
Yes.
It is. We actually got it certified and tested. Turns out it wasn't as hard to get it tested as I thought. It was like $75.
It's super easy.
But yeah, we used to just say, hey, we don't have any ingredients in Keto Chow that have gluten in it, but we actually paid for specific testing to have it verified as gluten-free because we were going to go to a gluten-free expo and we wanted to be able to put a sign up that said gluten-free. So it's actually on all the packages that it's gluten-free as well. Do we have a military discount?
Yes.
Where do people find that?
So it's at the bottom of our page somewhere.
Military
discounts.
right? And other discounts.
So it's through GovX, but you can go to it from here. So if you go to where
if you click on
get my discount code, it'll take you over to the GovX website, and you can, if you haven't signed up for an account there, you can sign up for one there, or you can go to your account that you already have through here, and it should give you a coupon code that you'll be able to use on our site.
And there's a lot of people that are eligible.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Like a lot of people.
And it's a 10% discount.
Law enforcement,
U.S.
nurses,
Marshals.
Like it's pretty extensive.
Yeah, we appreciate our first responders, really, and military.
Let's see. Linda says, I made it.
Yay, hi, Linda.
Patty Smith says, power outage. Use avocado oil. Yes. Too Crazy Keto says there's more carbs in butter powder than heavy whipping cream. I don't advise using powdered fats except when you're in a situation where you can't melt butter, have no refrigeration, or other extreme situations. There you go. When this is hurricane season or emergency, the powdered fats would be good. You just have to have water. Leanne says, sorry, Miriam, Chris is everyone's tool. We appreciate his nerdiness and your kindness.
Oh, you're so nice.
Brenda says, I have celiac, so thanks for getting that gluten-free certification.
Oh, yes, yes.
Patty says, use warm or hot water to melt butter, easier than the microwave. There you go. Someone similar says, you bring up a lot of powders. What is egg powder? Is it better than regular eggs? So it's egg powder, so you've got 3 different kinds of egg powder. You have egg white powder, whole egg powder, and egg yolk powder. And those are exactly what they sound like they are.
Yep, but they've been dried, and what are they dried on?
They literally just spray dry them.
So
they're not dried on anything. There's not a substrate. If you take powdered whole eggs and mix it with the right amount of water and let it sit there, it will effectively be the same thing as cracking a bunch of eggs into a bowl and whisking them up.
Okay.
Same thing with powdered egg whites.
Tastes like eggs too.
And so if you are, it's a good way to, like, hey, you're out of eggs, you've got powdered whole eggs, you can mix them up and be done. The recipe on our website for the drop biscuits we were talking about earlier, that calls for egg whites. You can use powdered egg whites, mix it with water, and there you've got egg whites, and you don't have to separate them out. They oftentimes are less expensive, but they're definitely easier to store. So it's something that you can just have in your cupboard or whatever. And anytime you need eggs and you're like, oh no, I'm out of eggs because my chicken stopped laying because it's winter.
Or something.
Then you have them available.
Or you accidentally dropped the carton of eggs in the garage.
Yep.
That's unfortunate.
And we do have an egg white powder that like you can use to make, there's a bunch of recipes that are like a bread that's a really good analog for bread.
Yeah.
Or you can add it to Keto Chow to just up the protein. There's a lot of different things that you can do with it.
Yeah, and
so it's not necessarily better, it's just different.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you were
No, I'm done.
We've been talking with Carrie Brown about this a lot, and she says that you can use egg white protein to fluff up a lot of your recipes, just to give to some more, what is the word I'm thinking of? Not coming to my brain. Anyway, make it better.
Okay. Patty says
Texture.
Teachers are eligible for GovX as well. Yes, they are. And there's a bunch of different sites that have the GovX discount.
Body?
Yeah, it gives it more body. Denise, let's see. Linda says, that's a good question. Linda says, I was raised to be earthquake prepared here in California. I think Keto Chow would be great to have for an emergency.
Yes, yes, yes. We have a lot
This
of
guy says
Keto
powdered
Chow.
eggs. Summer camp food of my youth.
Yeah.
Linda says, how long does Keto Chow last?
That's a good question. There's a couple of different answers, right?
Yes.
How long does it last mixed up? We say up to 6 days, depending on how fresh your heavy cream is.
Yeah.
Right? So we technically usually say 6 days there.
Up to 6 days, yeah.
The bag should last 2 years.
From the date of manufacture.
From
There's
the date
a
of
date stamped on
manufacture.
it.
There are
That's a best by date.
instances where if you're in a very humid climate, it's possible that it could go bad faster if it's left open longer. So that's just something you have to keep in mind for where you live.
Well, and that's something we wanted to talk about. If you have, like, say you bought a whole bunch of Keto Chow, and it's getting closer to the best by date. Notice I didn't say expiration date, because it's not an expiration date. It's a best by date. Up to that date, we're guaranteeing that it has the right amount of vitamins. After that date, it might not. We're actually in the process of getting it certified for a 3-year best by date instead of the current 2-year best by date. But how could you make it last longer than the best by date? What are some good tips?
Store it in the freezer if you wanted to.
Absolutely. So heat and humidity are the things that degrade the proteins quickest. Sticking something in the freezer removes both of those.
Yep. Make sure you seal your bags properly. That will help too. And keep it in a cold, dry place.
Yep. So those are some good ways to keep them going. Andrew says, I just ordered 2 bags of egg white powder today. I'm at the end of my bag. And he says, don't forget to hit the like. Thank you, Chris and Miriam. Blessings and night all. This guy says, egg white protein can provide lift to many recipes and makes it possible for a recipe to incorporate more air.
Yes. True.
Let's see. Leanne says, can you use liquid egg whites to make the tortillas? Yes, you can.
Yes.
You absolutely can.
Maya, hey, how are you?
Linda says, can we put it into a Ziploc bag to keep the humidity down? You can.
Put it in a Ziploc bag?
So, well, the big bags have a zipper on it.
And the thing about the bags that we have, it's a very fancy pants barrier that is going to help it stay longest. Yep. So I would say it's better than a Ziploc bag, unless you can't zip it closed, and then you can just put it in a different
Linda
bag.
says, what's the optimum temperature and humidity to store it at? Optimum would be below freezing, and humidity would be 0. So in a freezer. But is it necessary to store it in that? No. We don't. We have just a big cupboard that has, well, if you look in the description of this video, there's a link to our favorite things. And on the favorite things are some Better Homes and Gardens storage containers that lock closed. Those work really well, and that's what we store ours in. So
in a cupboard.
Yep, in a cupboard, and it's fine.
In a cupboard, in a canyon.
Brian says, is Steve from Serious Keto making a flavor? None to speak of.
myCHOW, like a feather.
Because if we speak of stuff before it's available, then it just makes people anxious. Let's see. Maya says, did you think I forgot about you?
Yes.
Kimmy wanted to know, I find myself less hungry with heavy whipping cream than butter. Does anyone else experience that?
That's a good question, or a good statement, a good something.
Good question, yeah.
That's good. I actually could totally see that, because the heavy cream is
a little bit more protein.
It's more inflammatory than butter, right? So sometimes when I drink the heavy cream, my stomach will bloat a little bit more than it would with butter. Okay. And I could see that as feeling more full. That's just my point of view.
Now, I think they were talking about that they feel full longer. They don't get hungry as soon.
Yeah, well, that's just my thought.
Yeah, and different people seem to have different reactions to different fats.
Yeah.
My recommendation, if you're feeling yourself not as full, try adding some protein to it. That could be having some protein on the side that you eat, or incorporating protein into the Keto Chow, because adding that to there is going to really help with satiety, because protein is just fantastic. Let's see. Sky says, but it is snowing where you are, so there's that. Yeah, that's true. Linda wants a peanut butter flavor, like just straight up peanut butter.
You can
not
put
chocolate
peanut
butter?
flour into vanilla.
Or a Dr. Pepper flavor.
Oh, wait, you may be onto something.
And he says, what about those things Joe's uses in the gummy moisture things? You're talking about
the thing that sucks
desiccants?
away?
You could.
Yeah, we don't need those here.
Yeah, in Utah, we do not. And Sky says, yeah, my belly does not like heavy whipping cream, but butter is wonderful.
Yep, I like butter.
Okay, Miriam, what are chaffles? Are they hard to make?
Chaffles are the best thing since sliced bread, right?
I think they're fantastic.
It's a little tiny waffle maker that people use often. It's a Dash Mini. Is what we use, and you can use a regular waffle maker.
It makes an
and you just
Eggo-sized
mix
waffle.
cheese and egg together, and it makes a chaffle. And you can do all kinds of combinations. We really, really like to do a scoop of Keto Chow and a cup of cheese.
Cup of mozzarella, shredded cheese.
Yeah, we use mozzarella, but you can
works
use
better,
different cheese.
Well, the low moisture mozzarella seems to work really well.
Yeah, and it doesn't taste super cheesy. That's the thing. If
And
you
how
use
many
like
eggs?
a cheddar cheese, then it tastes cheesy.
Yeah.
And an egg. So, one egg, 1 cup, three eggs. 3 eggs. Nerd.
Yep.
Anyway, but we also make 100 at once. I mean, not 100, but a lot at once. So you don't have to use the 3 eggs. You can just use a little bit, like do an egg and a little bit of cheese and a little bit of Keto Chow.
We do have a whole bunch of recipes on our site that use
a lot of chaffle
chaffles,
recipes.
but the basic recipe, if you just search for chaffle, you'll find that with a video of Miriam showing how to make them.
Yep, and they freeze great too. And you
freeze
can stick them in
extremely
the
well.
toaster like good old Eggos. And if I had a toaster, I would do that, but I don't.
If I had a toaster,
But
it's
I got
at
rid of
the
it and put it
warehouse.
at the warehouse.
It does. We took it to the warehouse because we made some of the tomato basil ones, and we were.
I love tomato
If you come
basil
into the Keto
chaffles.
Chow warehouse, to the storefront, we usually have some flavors mixed up that we can pour into a little cup and you can try.
Yeah.
And we wanted people to be able to try them, and so we were using that to toast them so that people could try them out.
Oh, that's why we took it in there. I
Linda
forgot
wants
about
a
that.
blueberry flavor, and JCB wants a
Ooh,
huckleberry
that would
flavor.
Be good.
Well, there's when he
Both would be
says
good.
heavy crab, heavy cream, I'm assuming, would have more volume than the butter, but I can't take too much heavy cream because it makes my stomach unhappy.
Yep.
Too Crazy Keo says, are we getting back into the requested flavors? I vote for peanut butter and jelly. Yeah, well, there's when he says heavy cream, not crab. That sounds delicious.
I like crab. You know what would be good? A chaffle with crab in it. That sounds amazing.
Amy says, what? Hold up, Chris. Did you say tortilla? How do you make that with Keto Chow? I think we have
a recipe.
We have multiple tortilla.
For,
it's a crepe recipe.
Crepes.
And we have a tortilla recipe too.
Yep.
Gotta look at our website. So you,
Whoop.
well, oh my gosh.
I believe in you.
You go to the website, you go to the kitchen and recipes, and just type tortilla into the search
Look
bar.
at those egg baskets.
Nope,
I want them.
not anymore.
Can I have them?
Jerry says, how many chaffles does that make? I think it makes like 8,
I don't remember.
the basic recipe.
Probably.
We
I
just
just
keep-
make them and
Yeah.
they just start walking
And it's
away.
like, you scoop like a tablespoon and it really fills the thing.
Yeah.
Or it's like a tablespoon
And we
and a
have
half.
5 Dash Mini waffle makers, and we just make them in a row, and then I actually put them on a cooling rack,
Yep.
because since
Otherwise
they're
they get
egg,
soggy.
they kind of get soggy a little bit. So I put them on the cooling rack, and then the kids come as I'm making them and put butter and heavy cream and strawberries on them, and then walk away and eat them. Then they just disappear.
Rasmar says, root beer float flavor. We have
Yes.
that.
We love that flavor.
Victoria says 1 egg with a 1/4 cup of cheese makes exactly 2
Perfect.
chaffles in the Dash Mini. Perfect for a sandwich or hamburger. When you use the savory chicken soup,
Yes, I
it
love
makes-
that as bread.
it makes hamburger buns. You use the
I love
tomato
the
basil,
tomato basil,
and it makes
and
little
I make
pizzas.
the little pizzas with the tiny pepperonis. I have those right now, so we can make some.
Liz says, I like freezing, then I can watch my portions and have quick meals too. Betsy says, Joe, how about grape soda and chocolate peanut butter? Rihanna says, I don't taste any
Grape
cheese
is
when I make Chaffles.
gross.
Let's see. Sky says, so do you have a 30 amp hookup at the storefront? I think I just need to pull the RV up and park for a week. We do not have a 30 amp hookup. We have a 50 amp hookup at our house, but there's a trailer in the way.
Yeah. Do you have a really long extension cord?
We also have a sewer hookup.
Yeah, we do have a sewer hookup.
Right there where the trailer parks.
But you would also need a long sewer hose.
It's true.
To get in.
And it would be going uphill a lot.
Yeah.
Xana says malted milk ball. Debbie says I have some of the unflavored Keto Chow base powder. If I add flavoring to it, we'll mix them in shape like the flavor varieties. So that's all. The base powder is everything but the sweetened, flavored protein powder. So you need an appropriate protein powder, and then it kind of makes the Keto Chow mix. So you could use an unflavored protein powder, but you need to have some sort of protein. On the base powder page, there's a couple of recommendations of ones that work well. Victoria says you can also season your chaffle with Italian season and make mini pizzas with a smidge of pepperoni or pasta sauce and toppings of your choice. Yeah, pizza sauce.
I love it. Love
Jennifer
it.
says making stuffing chaffles. Oh yeah, as part of the braccioli for Easter dinner.
Yeah.
Chaffle options are amazing.
That sounds so great.
Shauna says the recipe says 18 is out of type, but well, we're using like twice as much.
Yeah.
I think it's calling for 2 cups.
Yeah, and then
cheese
6
and 6 eggs.
Is probably what it is. Sounds about right.
But you can change the servings.
Yep.
There's a little thing that you can change.
And
how
I think we just did it because I was making it for the kids for dinner. So we just did the video as if we were making it for our family. So to make it for yourself, like Victoria's recipe is great. 1/4 cup of cheese and an egg is what she said. You could probably use a tablespoon of Keto Chow if you wanted to do that. And you could maybe make 3 chaffles with that.
Jessica says Cheesecake Factory used to have a blueberry white chocolate cheesecake. That would be a wonderful Keto Chow flavor.
Yes.
Maya says Sally, no, a trip halfway across the country. Well, we'd love it. It's not in the budget this year.
Yeah, that's okay.
Exposing Darkness is rooting for Joe's flavor. JJ
darkness.
says, me too,
You're
Joe.
supposed to be on my side.
PBJ.
Oh.
Matt says, I'm surprised the 5 mini waffle makers don't trip your circuit breaker. Once they're going, they don't use a lot of power.
We can't put anything else on that at the same time, though.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why.
Rihanna says, I get 8 or 9 chaffles per batch with your recipe. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Shauna says, one of my recipes says 18.
Gotcha.
Lynn says, there must be a story behind your dislike of grape flavor.
We got strep throat a lot when I was little.
Dimetap.
And we had Dimetap. Like that was the good cold medicine.
Way better.
Way better than the gross stuff that we used to have. But I had it a lot, and I just don't like it because it's gross.
Linda says butter pecan would be good. How about just mint?
I love butter pecan.
You keep saying I should make a mint one. Probably mint and chocolate cookies. Yes. Brenda says I use the egg white powder with the base powder and OOO flavorings.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's
awesome.
Really customizing it.
Oh, you know what you should do? Pull up the recipe of the mint cookies. Those chocolate cookies that are something. Can you pull that up real quick? Just type in mint or cookie or something like that.
There's a lot of...
They are like the grasshoppers from Girl Scouts, right there on the right.
Which one?
Homemade Thin Mints.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Okay. Well, there they are.
They're so good.
Let's see, Melissa said we just ordered enough to last 2 people 30 days. Go Keto Chow and thank you, by the way.
Oh, Melissa.
Okay, well, we need to get off. We've been on for an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So. Hey, thanks everybody for joining us. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be doing our live stream here. Well, downstairs.
Downstairs.
Because we need to make room for Joe and Rachel because we've suckered them into coming on our live stream tomorrow. So, yeah. So join us tomorrow at 11:15 a.m. Eastern time.
11:15.
Yeah, and we'll be doing our live stream with Joe and Rachel.
If you're on the East Coast. Or breakfast with us if you're in California at 8:15.
Yep. Well, you all have a fantastic day, and I'm ready to be done with the buffering. So
we appreciate you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.